The Mongol Empire, the largest empire in history, stretched from Korea to Ukraine, from Siberia to southern China, and was built on vast plains. In the 12th century, before the empire was formed, the East Asian steppe was inhabited by nomadic Mongol tribes. They raised sheep, cattle, and camels, lived in felt tents, and moved with the seasons. Nomadic women held significant power, managing migration, livestock, and trade, while men focused on horseback warfare. Nomadic groups often fought each other, but this changed dramatically under Temujin. Despite losing his father at an early age and having a difficult childhood, Temujin, a member of the nobility, quickly rose to power through alliances with other chieftains. Unlike other Khans, Temujin promoted his soldiers based on merit and shared the spoils of war equally. His greatest move was to divide the conquered tribes under his command so that they could not unite against him. With these innovations, no one could stop his advance, and by 1206, he had united all the nomadic tribes and became Genghis Khan. The Mongols worshipped gods, believing that supernatural forces and ancestors were always with them. The supreme god was the sky god Tengri. Genghis Khan believed that Tengri wanted him to conquer the world in his name. After the Mongol tribes were united, this was almost within reach. Anyone who opposed the Mongols was opposing the will of Tengri, and those who refused were put to death. Under Genghis Khan, the Mongols first invaded northern China and the Muslim countries of the East. After his death in 1227, this responsibility was passed on to his descendants in the royal family. In the 1230s, Genghis Khan's sons and daughters conquered the Turks in Central Asia and the Russian princes, then destroyed 2 European armies in 1241. In the 1250s, the Mongols conquered Muslim states as far away as Baghdad, and in the east, they conquered southern China in 1279. Life in the Mongol Empire was not all war, pillage, and destruction. Once a land was conquered, the Mongols would retain local government and use local officials to govern. The Mongols allowed religions to flourish freely, as long as religious leaders did not oppose them. Although they often suppressed artisans, scholars, and engineers, they valued their expertise and forced them to migrate throughout Asia and continue their work. The empire's most valuable product was golden brocade, made from Chinese silk, Tibetan gold, and Baghdad weavers. Golden brocade was used to clothe Mongol rulers on horseback and to line tents. The Mongols especially valued Chinese gunpowder technology. As much of Eurasia was unified, trade flourished along the Silk Road, thanks in part to a vast network of post horses and entrepôts. Maritime trade continued to flourish, notably in blue and white porcelain, a combination of Chinese white porcelain and Iranian blue dye. But this prosperity did not last. The throne was not passed to the eldest son. All princes had the right to usurp the throne, and the queens and concubines acted as regents for their sons. By the 1260s, Genghis Khan's sons were competing for the throne, and Mongolia was divided into 4 separate khanates. In China, Kublai Khan, the Yuan dynasty, is remembered as the golden age of science and culture. In Iran, the Ilkhanate ushered in the development of monumental architecture and Persian miniature painting. In Central Asia, the Chagatai Khanate produced leaders such as Timur and his descendant Babur, who founded the Mongol Empire in India. And in Eastern Europe, the Golden Horde ruled for many years, until the Grand Duchy of Moscow emerged as a world power. Although the Mongol Empire was short-lived, its legacy as a superpower is unparalleled to this day.